Today, I thought I would talk about how to succeed in a programming bootcamp. You know, I've heard some good things about bootcamps, but can you really learn to code in 3 months? Can you really get a job without a degree, without a resume, right? Without experience? Is someone really going to hire you for a good programming job? The answer is yes, but, and the but is what I'm going to be talking about in this video. If you guys are just joining me for the first time, I'm John from simpleprogrammer.com. On this channel, I teach you how to be a simpler programmer. No, what I do is I teach you how to develop the soft skills that you need to kick ass as a programmer, to upgrade your career, get a better job, make more money. And hey, if you want to build a business and become financially independent, you'll learn some of that here too. So I have a book called Soft Skills, Software Developer Life Manual. I think you'll like that if you like this channel. Click the subscribe button if you haven't already. And I just have another book, The Complete Software Developer Career Guide. They're some of the best-selling software development books. So if you haven't checked them out, go check them out. And so we're going to talk about this today. This was something that had just come up recently. I was talking to a guy that I was coaching from my other company, Bulldog Mindset, and he was wanting to get out of the job that he's in right now, and he wants to become a software developer. Okay, so he was looking at a bootcamp as an option, and this is sort of the advice I gave him, right? I said, look, here's the deal. All right, go ahead and enroll in a bootcamp. You figure something around $15,000, maybe $20,000 is what it'll cost you. Now, some of you say that's a lot of money. Not really. Not considering the investment, not considering how much you might pay to go to college, even for a year or a semester. That's really not that much of money to invest in yourself, especially if you're going to be able to get possibly a 6-figure job right afterwards. And I'm not selling anything, not advertising anything here. I'm not promoting a boot camp, but I'm telling you, that I have worked with a lot of developers, and so many stories I've heard of people just doing that. Now, a lot of people get upset when I say that they're already software developers, and they say, well, yeah, you can't just go to school for 3 months and then become a developer. Only if you do it the right way. All right. So this is what I told them. I said, okay, look, here's what I want you to do. All right. I want you to spend the next 2 weeks researching boot camps. Okay. Find some good boot camps, do your homework, find some good ones that will work, that are full-time boot camps, like a 3-month program, something like that. Don't worry too much about the price. It's not going to matter that much. Look for something that's quality, where people are getting good results, that looks like something that you'd be interested in doing. Okay. Then enroll in the boot camp. Okay. And before you go to the boot camp, spend 1 month ahead of time looking at their course curriculum for the boot camp. What are they going to teach you? And spending that month learning as much of it as you can on your own. Just go out there on YouTube, go out there on the internet, maybe buy a course if you want, whatever it is. Just go out there and start learning as fast as you can everything that they're going to teach you before they teach it to you. Okay. And if you want actually a course on how to learn anything quickly, I've got a course down below, or you can click a link in the description or in the cards. 10 steps to learn anything quickly. It's one of my most popular courses for simple programmer. So anyway, I told him, do this, okay? And here's the idea behind doing this. If you do this, what's going to happen when you come into the bootcamp, okay? When you come to the bootcamp, you're going to be one of those kids that comes into the bootcamp, and he's not a kid. He was like 29 or 30, all right? And you're going to be the know-it-all, okay? The person who already knows the answers to the questions, who's going to be able to help other people, who's going to be the teacher's pet, all right? Now, there might be someone smarter than you. That's fine. It doesn't matter. But the point is, you'll be at the top of the class at the beginning. So most people that fail and mess up in boot camps or don't get a job afterwards, they end up in the bottom 50% of the class, or they fall behind, or it's too much work for them and they get overwhelmed. You're buffering this to make sure that doesn't happen. Not only that, as I told them, I said, when you go to the boot camp, it's usually going to be like an 8-hour day, maybe a 9-hour day or whatever. You spend 12 hours, okay? Spend the 8 hours of the boot camp, and then spend 4 hours after the boot camp staying there, helping other students, okay? Studying harder, working on your project, talking to the teachers of the bootcamp and asking if you can help them, if there's any projects you can help them with, anything you can do to help them, okay? And do that for the whole 3 months you're there. It's a lot of work, it's a lot of effort, but I can almost guarantee you, as close as I can, now think about this logically, guys, all right? What's going to happen? Most likely, okay, the person running the bootcamp, the teachers running that bootcamp, they're all the time talking with the recruiters or talking with companies that they place clients, customers from the bootcamp in. All right. And so when they're having some talk, all right, it's not just going to be all resumes and aptitude. They're going to have talks with these people, and they're going to say, hey, actually, I got this one guy. He's really, really good. He's probably like the best guy in the class. He's like already came in knowing all this stuff. He works really, really hard. He stays after every day, and he helps the other students. He's just like an excellent. They're going to be fighting over you. They're going to be fighting over you to pay you probably a six-figure job. You're probably going to have a lot of opportunity. Okay. And again, it's not to say that you're not going to learn anything, because you're going to learn a ton. Just immersing yourself into something for 3 months, especially if you're spending 10, 12 hours a day working on it. Believe me, you can learn a lot. You can learn what takes someone 10 years to learn in 3 months if you're willing to put in that work. I know that sounds crazy, but it's not at all. Immersion is extremely, extremely powerful. Let me just ask you, like, how many of you guys took a foreign language for 4 years of high school, or maybe even into college, and can you actually speak that language? No. Okay. Very few of you can actually speak that language. Yet you can take someone who's never heard of the language before, whatever language, okay, and you can put them in immersion school for 6 weeks. All right, where they're working on it 10 hours a day, and then they're staying with a family that speaks that language only, and they will become fluent, okay, in 10 weeks. So that's the difference, man. So that's what I recommend. Okay, if you really want to do this, you really want to do a boot camp, do it. Make sure that you're the top 1% of the class. Okay, put in the extra work, put in the effort to do that, and then give it time, right? So imagine that after the boot camp, you're going to spend the next 6 months looking for a job, actively applying for 3 to 4 jobs a day. Okay, if you do that, it's almost guaranteed you're going to get the result. Okay, but so many people, they don't do the thing that's guaranteed. And this is just a little life hack for you guys. All right, I was talking to a guy on my other YouTube channel on Bulldog Mindset, Ryan Magic, and he has the same what do I say all the time? I don't have the shirt on. Trust the process, right? He had the same process. He was talking about how he signed up to do seminars every week for 3 years. Okay. He had no idea how to do a seminar. He was afraid. He didn't know if he was going to make any money. But he said that by just saying, I'm going to do it every week for 3 years, he knew he would succeed if he did that. Okay. It didn't, he took it from the micro to the macro. It's the same thing here. If you apply a certain set of steps and you trust that process, right? When you think about what I just told you, if you do all the things I told you, how could you possibly fail? It's very unlikely, right? When I first learned to juggle, what did I do? I went up to my room. I took a whiteboard, took a marker. I took 3 pairs of socks. All right. I took the pairs of socks, rolled into balls. I threw them up in the air, tried to juggle. Okay. And then I put a tick on the whiteboard. My goal was to put 1,000 ticks on the whiteboard. I didn't get there. Okay. Because I was juggling pretty much perfectly before 200. Okay, but the whole idea was I had this process that could not possibly fail. If I got to 1,000 ticks on that whiteboard, do you think anyone that's watching this video, you think anyone wouldn't be able to juggle if they tried it 1,000 times? If you tried it 1,000 times, you'll do it, right? I saw this brilliant course that was being advertised on my Instagram feed, and it was called Learn to Backflip in 30 Days. Do a certain thing for 30 days, follow this program, you learn how to do backflip. Everything in life is like that.